Hi everybody, it's Beverly here today again with the series on coping with blindness, and I'm going to give you a short video on some of the tools that I use to just help me with getting organized and paying my bills. After my husband passed away, I still have the house to deal with and I have a lot of bills I have to pay. And one of the problems I was having, and most of you that have this problem with low vision know this already, but trying to write in a checkbook with very tiny print and keeping everything organized so that you can read it is very, very difficult. So I went on a hunt, and I want to give a shout out to the Lighthouse for the Blind again over in Glenview, because they have, not only do they have a wonderful series of programs that help the blind, but they also have a lot of tools, and they have a shop that you can go in. Now, I haven't been to the one downtown. I would love to go down there, and I'm going to make a special trip because it's much bigger, and I'm excited to go down there and see what they have. But for this video, I wanted to share with you a couple of things that I purchased there and truly have used religiously since I got them. One of them is the check register. Now, you just saw the check register. This is the size. This is the size of the little one. This is their size. Look at the difference right there. That in itself is extremely helpful. But I want to show you the size of the lines. It allows me to print boldly, and even without my magnifying glass, I can see what I've written down. And that for me is huge. So I wanted to show you that. Another thing that's helped me keep organized over the years is making to-do lists. And the biggest problem I had with to-do lists was that I would make one and then I would lose it. Then I would make another one because I couldn't find the first one. Well, I then went to ringed notebook paper, and then I went to bound notebook paper. But as my eyes got worse, the problem with the bound was that the lines were too small, until I came across this wonderful book, which has, I think it's 75 or so pages, where you can go and you can write everything down that you need to do. It's also wonderful. Besides making to-do lists, it makes grocery lists, and I even take it and I'll Xerox it and cut them in half, and I have nice big bold lines I can write my grocery lists on. So that's been very, very helpful for me. I wanted to ask people that are watching if they could help me. One of the problems that I've had is that I have a contrast problem, so I need bigger and bolder to be able to see better. Before my contrast problem got out of hand, I was able to write. I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of to-do lists, as I said, and I need to have a way I can look at things so that I can see them, not always necessarily with my magnifying glass. I went on a hunt, and I did find sort of a cross between a ballpoint pen and a felt tip marker, and that's the Scripto Retractable. Now, the Scripto Retractable has what they call the fine tip. It is a felt tip marker pen, and as far as it goes, it's really pretty good. There is a caveat, however. If you forget to click it back inside, and it keeps it very moist when you do that, if you forget, which I do a lot, it dries out. And this pen was not inexpensive as pens go compared to this or even this. And I already had to throw one away because I had accidentally dried it out. And I thought, well, it's pretty good and I like it, but it's not a ballpoint. It's not an actual metal ball with ink that rolls around and writes like a ballpoint pen. And so I am asking my audience, if you have found something like a ballpoint pen where it's a real ink ballpoint pen and not a felt tip marker, would you please write it in a comment for me? Share it with me, because I really, really would like to have something other than this. I am finding that marketing with these types of ballpoint pens is a little bit deceptive. I did go online. I found there was a Bic 1.6, and I thought, well, that'll be a little bit bigger. And I bought it, and I couldn't buy it singly. I had to buy it by the box. So I bought it by the box, and I thought, all right, I'm going to, it's not that expensive. For 24 pence, I think I paid $6 or $7. But when I got it home, two things disturbed me. One was that when I wrote with it, it wasn't as broad as my 1.0. And two, I had to press down hard to get it to be bold, and I didn't want to have to press down hard for it. So I was very disappointed. The problem with the bigger, bolder ballpoint pens is that they don't even sell them individually. And so in order for you to find one, you have to find if they're in the store, and then you have to buy the whole box, and then you have to try it out. And if it doesn't work, then you have the hassle of bringing it back, which is not something I want to do particularly. But if you have found a good writing pen that is a little bit bolder, could you please share it with me? And I will happily take a look at it myself, and hopefully I will buy it, and hopefully it'll work for me, and I'll share it with all of you. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I am going to close this video and hope that by sharing just a couple of tools with you that I have made your life a little bit easier as I'm trying to make my life a little bit easier. See you next time.